This is actually good functionality. This is flexibility. A lot of flexibility has been given to the customers who is using Oracle Fusion in terms of costing. It's a costing model I really like in Fusion. Setup wise, support wise, maintenance wise, very easy compared to EBS. You won't get a lot of issues also in this module. If you configure properly for the first time, that's enough. No more major issues you'll get. In case of EBS, to close the costing period, you have to be like awake during that period close day. Everybody should be attentive on the month end, but in Fusion, no. It's like a simple task, a period close. We will discuss that at the end of the costing module. So we will do the configurations. Okay, these 11 configurations we will do one by one from tomorrow onwards. After doing these configurations, then I will load the cost for the items. I will load the cost. Whatever the items that we have transacted, for all those items, we will load the cost. After loading the cost, I will show you the inventory valuation or that item valuation. Okay, and for every transaction, like as of now, we performed a miscellaneous issue, receipt, supplement, transfer. For every transaction, I will show you what is the debit side and what is the credit side. Okay, this costing model, it will take 4 to 5 hours. This is a small module only. Okay, we can finish this module in this week. It's a small module. Okay, so that's it from my side for today. And if any questions, please ask me.
So Krishna, when you are loading the cost of the item, that is the cost used to make that particular item, or?
So in case of standard and average, in both the cases, we will load the cost. But in case of standard cost, that cost will remain unchanged until unless you go and update. But in case of average cost, it will be updated.
So here you are loading a cost, then in the sales order that
One second,
the same.
Sir. 1 second, sir. I'll answer your question. Wait, George. 51 batch, okay. You're clear with the timings, right? So this week, please adjust. Not this week, this month. Okay. 51, you're clear?
Yes, Krishna.
Yes, Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. See you tomorrow. If you don't have any questions, see you tomorrow at 7:30. Okay.
Krishna, will you explain tomorrow?
If you can wait, I can explain at the end after taking all the questions from the others. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's up
Yeah,
to
sure.
you. Okay. If you want,
Yes,
you can wait
Krishna.
or
It's okay
it's
for me.
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, George.
So my question is, here we are loading the cost, right?
Okay.
So after I load the cost of a particular item,
Hmm.
what is the relationship for that cost of that particular item when that item is sold through sales order?
After the sales order is created, the transaction you push to the costing module, we run some programs. Okay, those programs are going to transfer those transactions to the costing module. And in the costing module, the transaction quantity multiplied by the cost of the item.
Okay. So the
okay, and that will be posted to your ledger. That value is posted to the ledger.
So there is no formula-based calculation to derive from the cost of the item to the sales order price of the same item when you are selling. Is there anything like that? Cost is your bare minimum cost for that particular item.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when you sell that item, you will not sell that item at the cost what we discussed today. We will increase that cost to have our profit on top of it.
Correct.
So
that's basically revenue recognition. Okay. So here you have to understand two things: cost of the goods sold, COGS account. Okay, the COX account, it will be generated based on your cost only. Okay, and later after you generate the invoice, right? The invoice get generated not based on your cost. The invoice get generated based on your sales order price, nothing but selling price. Okay, there is a difference between your COGS and then your selling price, nothing but your invoice price. That difference go to the revenue.
Okay, so somewhere down the line, that sales price minus the COGS will recognize as a revenue recognition. I don't know.
Correct.
So where does it happen?
Receivables. It happens in the receivables because you generate invoice, right? After generating the invoice, you receive the payment. Okay, and later the receivables team is going to run the revenue recognition programs. So when they run the revenue recognition programs, then the cost of the goods sold minus the price that you sold to the customer, the payment that you received from the customer. Okay, that goes to the revenue. And also here, suppose if one invoice you send to the customer, you may not receive complete payment for that invoice. Maybe you received partial payment in this month. So partial revenue get recognized in this month. Understood?
Yeah.
Because once you do the sale, you should not consider that as a revenue. You have to receive the payment from the customer. Then only you should consider that as a revenue. So it will take time for the revenue to be recognized later down the line.
Okay, thank you. And one more question. So we discussed about 3 levels, right? Item level, item category level, and the costing org level. And item level is the smallest level, I mean, lowest level. So if you are going with a item level costing, when you are defining your COA, chart of accounts, do you have to include a
No.
segment for the item?
No, not required.
Not required.
Not required.
That's all from my side.
Hey, Krishna.
Tell me, Raj.
Yeah, this purchase price variance, we'll see in finance modules on the screen.
The PPV we can see in the costing, sir.
Oh, okay. So okay, all right.
We can create a PO. Okay. So after, let's take the same. You can try this scenario also. Okay. Once we're done with the configurations, we can create the cost of the item for 100, and you create a PO for 200. Let's take an example. That minus 100, it will show up in the PPV that we can see in the costing also. Okay. And for this PPV, you can maintain a separate account also.
Okay.
So in the SLA, in the subledger accounting, for the PPV, you can have a separate account. Okay. So that difference, it goes to the PPV, this account. How this account will be identified? It's based on the SLA configuration. Yes, this SLA configuration done by the finance team. Okay. SLA configuration is also almost similar to the TAD only. In the TAD, you are deriving the account based on some conditions, right? Similarly, the PPV account also you can derive based on some conditions only. Here in case of SLA also, we create mapping set, we create account rule. Those two are there. Okay, but on top of those two, and the 2 configurations are there. So four configurations for SLA. But the conditions, how we write in TAD for the mapping set and account rule, same here also we write. In case of PPV, suppose you want a separate account for Hyderabad, in the condition you mention, or maybe you create a mapping set. You create a mapping set. In the mapping set, you can mention, like for Hyderabad, or I want, this is my PPV account. Okay. And for Bangalore, I want, this is my PPV account. Understood, sir?
Yes, but
so accordingly, this will be updated. Okay. That value goes to that account.
But this SLA mapping configuration will be done by finance consultant.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Because, the finance consultant is going to interact with the finance team. Okay. The finance team is going to tell it has to go to which account. They will also decide whether they want a separate account like this or not for Hyderabad and for If they want separate account based on the category also, suppose PPV, they want to see category wise this account or org wise. So what level they want to see the PPV, or they want to see item wise or item category wise or org wise. At what level they want to see, based on that you create a mapping set with that conditions, and automatically that account will be derived to the transaction. That PPV goes to that particular account.
Okay. Thank you, Krishna.
So I take care of SLA for my projects. I know SLA, but it's too much for you. That's why I'm not covering.
Okay.
From our transaction side, I will take care of it because I'm taking care of costing, and that's why I take care of the SLA for the supply chain transactions, not for the finance transactions.
Okay.
Any more doubts?
Hello, sir.
Sir.
Sir, say we are selling an item today for 200 rupees, sir.
Okay.
But at the item level, it is defined as 180. And we're using average costing method.
Okay.
So it will be automatically updated to 200 plus 180 by 2, which is
so you're
290.
talking about your selling price and item cost, right?
Yes, sir.
Selling price.
Yes, sir.
So selling, you add profit to your cost, that will become the selling price.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Okay.
ask your question.
Oh, so profit also we have to add to
Yes, sir.
the
Yes.
current
Yes.
plus selling price plus
Correct.
profit by 2. That
Two.
will be updated in the
No.
average.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're mixing it up everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your laptop cost is 25,000. Let's take your cost.
Yes, sir.
Company
Yes.
cost.
Okay.
25,000. Okay. And this cost you define in the costing module. Okay. And the selling price, we are talking about selling price, right? The selling price we define in a module called pricing. There is a separate module called pricing. So there you define the cost. Sorry, the price as 30,000. Okay. So when you are creating a sales order, the system will take, the moment you enter laptop, the system will take this price, 30,000.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This is your selling price.
Right.
Okay. Now come to your question.
Now, if we are
this cost could be standard or average. Forget about that. This could be standard or this could be average. Okay. Now what's your next question?
Now, how will the item cost change, sir, if we are using standard or average costing? Automatically, you said it will be updated. No, sir.
I said the purchase order. Here I have not said sales order. Okay. I said what is the example that I've given? I have given the purchase order here. Did I mention any sales order example here? No, I didn't mention.
Right.
Okay. Because see, the cost of the company, it will depend upon how much you are purchasing, how much you are not selling it.
Oh, okay.
The cost
For
of
how
this
much
product,
we are
the cost
purchasing.
of this product, is it depend upon how much you are selling or how much you are purchasing?
Purchasing only.
Then why sales order coming in the picture? No sales order.
Okay.
No sales order, purchase order. You take purchase order.
Right.
You take purchase order, sir. Why selling?
Right. Got it.
So if you're purchasing, let's take this item, you're purchasing for 26,000. You're purchasing for 26,000. Okay.
Yes.
So previously the same item you have a on hand of laptop. Okay. 10 quantity. Previously you purchased it for 23,000 only.
Okay.
and 5 quantity you purchased for 21,000 only.
Okay.
And now you are purchasing some 20 quantity for 26,000.
Okay.
So in case of average, I'll tell you example. Okay, this is standard. Let's take this is standard.
Right.
And let's take this is average. Let's take this is average. So in case of average cost, it will take the average and it will update the cost.
Okay.
It will update the cost, but in case of standard, no.
It will be the same.
Remains same until unless you go and manually update the cost.
Right.
In case of average, it will average. It will take the average based on your PO price, because your PO
Purchase
price
order
is coming
price.
into picture.
Right.
Because this is your current on-hand value. How much? 25.
25.
Sorry, 35.
35.
For this 35, it will take the average.
Yes.
So you 10 quantity you purchased 23,000, 5 quantity you purchased for 21,000, 20 quantity you purchased for 26,000. It will take the
Yes,
average.
Sir. Average.
It will update, but it will not be updated. It will remain same.
Right.
Unchanged
Right.
until unless go and manually change it.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear. Clear.
Don't
Thank you.
bring the sales order into picture.
Right. Clear.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. $49 and $50. Are you there, team?
Yes.
Any more
you,
doubts? Any more doubts? No. Shall we start our class 30 minutes before our regular time?
Yeah, that is fine from my side.
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow
Fine.
onwards,
7:30.
7:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
Because I have we were doing implementation for North Carolina. We already did implementation for California, and now we are doing for North Carolina. Okay, now I have user execution sessions, nothing but sprint one sessions from 12:30 to 2:30 midnight daily, continuously for next 2-3 weeks. Okay.
What sessions are those, Krishna?
Sprint one execution sessions, nothing but initially we load everything, we create everything, and we have to show them like an example how the purchase order is created. Okay. How the item is kind of CRP on.
Training sessions, you mean?
Not training sessions. Not training. First, we have to demonstrate them by taking their data. We create everything in the application, and we have to show them everything. Item creation is working, sales order working, purchase order working, like that. We have to show everything to them. Okay. Once we show to them, later training will come into picture.
This is kind of a demo. Okay.
Kind of a demo with their real configurations. We call it as a sprint one. It's based on how project manager decides the phase. We call it as a sprint one. You can call it as a CRP1 or CRP2 or whatever.
Is it a pharmaceutical line or something?
Yeah, pharmaceutical. We are doing process manufacturing implementation for North Carolina. I think that's a city or state, North Carolina.
North Carolina is the
Yes.
state next to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, next to Georgia.
So,
I'm in Georgia.
PST clock, right? That is?
EST.
No, it is Eastern.
Eastern.
Okay. Then why they are scheduling like this? My project manager is scheduling. Yeah.
12:30 your time will be, I think, almost like maybe 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. something like that. Little bit in between.
3 o'clock. 3 to 5 maybe.
So correct. Once they finish their office work after lunch,
I think
then they'll
Herbalife
dedicate.
is in that area. I don't know.
Okay.
So even process manufacturing using Fusion. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. But there are no lot of capabilities like EBS. Basic is available. In case of EBS, you get out of process manufacturing, you get co-products, byproducts, you get many. But here that flexibility is there. But here main thing is you don't have a formula. Formula. In case of EBS, you have a recipe, you have a formula, you have ingredients. Recipe is there, but here no recipe concept.
Maybe I think they are building all those things.
They're building all those things, but basic is available. Very basic. Okay, it's not fit for every process manufacturing customer as of now.
I'm surprised, like a pharmaceutical company jumped into process manufacturing without bigger capabilities.
You know, for Deloitte.
Deloitte.
This is pharma company, right? Deloitte implemented discrete manufacturing. Big joke.
Pharma company?
Deloitte implemented discrete manufacturing.
Discrete?
Yes.
Oh,
because this is 3 years back. Process manufacturing was not available 3 years back. Only discrete is available. So they silently implemented discrete manufacturing for that client. They want money. They implemented.
Anyway.
And later we did the re-implementation. So I was the project manager from my company when Deloitte was transitioning to my company. I asked many times, why you implemented discrete? Everybody was quiet. Nobody is responding because they have under 3 to 4 weeks time. By the time they're handovering project to us, they was quiet. They're not responding to that question at all. They're skipping that question. And later I realized, oh, these they need money and they did the implementation. Discrete process was not there. Now I'm taking care of supply planning also. We are doing the supply planning implementation also. So next May, June, till May, June, I'm like over occupied with the meetings and then all this work. Okay, madam, I'm here. Okay, I'll check your question. Okay, don't worry. I'll check your issue. Okay, team. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. You reported movement request issue, right? Yeah, let me check.
Actually, I spent too much time for this topic. Actually, Krishna. Yesterday, I created too many movement requests.
And the movement request that I've seen is it's created for Minimax planning. You said you have same issue for the manual movement request also, right?
Yes, Krishna.
But I think you already completed the topic practice, I believe.
Yes, Krishna. On that time, there is no issue. But I don't know what is the issue I'm facing. Tried with
manual
item
movement
management.
Request also. Huh?
Yes, and yesterday I tried with the action. There is an action option also, no? Which you described today's class. So I tried.
Okay, this is your practice status 3 days back. You are able to see the.
Yes, Krishna. Yeah.
This is same org only.
Yes,
so
Krishna.
Can you please confirm you have issue with only replenishment movement request or requisition movement request?
Both, Krishna, both.
Okay, can be both.
If you check in my movement request page, there are many movement requests created, like replenish and requisition also.
Okay. By the way, this user is implementation user or business user?
Yes, Krishna, it's a business user now.
Now it's a business user?
Yes, Krishna. Yes. Actually, I created 2 users and 51 is maybe I am confused.